Alright guys, welcome back to another Opera Omnia video, where we're going to be talking about Fujin, who is going to be getting her rework, her FR Echo, and her brand new BT weapon, and Zidane, who is going to be getting his rework, a BT rework, and his brand new FR weapon. Now we're going to take a look at both of these two characters, we're going to take a look at their reworks, and I'm going to let you guys know whether or not you should pull for either of the two new weapons in the upcoming banners. So, do let me know down in the comment section below what your plans are going to be. If you're going to be pulling for Fujin's BT and or Zidane's FR, feel free to let me know. And as always, if you guys do enjoy the video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for future content. And with all that being said, let's go ahead and jump right into it. A big thank you, as always, to all of my current YouTube members. Thank you so much for further supporting the channel. If you ever thought about becoming a member of the channel and supporting what I do, you can either click the first link in the description of this video or the join button below for details on what perks you gain for becoming a supporter of the channel. And a big thank you ahead of time if you do decide to become one. So we'll first start off with Fujin's rework. So her skill 1, Metsu Plus, now increases Brave by 50% of own max Brave, then deals an AoE split HP attack 5 times. That allows for 200% stolen max Brave overflow and recovers 50% Brave in between HP attacks based on HP damage. Her Silent Wind buff adds a 30% HP damage up and Brave gains up. Her skill 2, SYP Plus, now increases Brave by 50% of own max Brave, then deals 8 HP attacks with 50% splash that recovers 50% Brave in between HP attacks based on the HP damage. Now her EX deals an AoE full HP attack 7 times that grants the Silent Wind buff for 6 turns. Now her LD increases party's Brave by 50% of own max Brave, then deals an AoE split HP attack 7 times that allows for 250% stolen max Brave overflow, recovers 50% Brave in between HP attacks, and initiates a knockback. It grants free ability use on the next turn. Now her FR, while active, increases Brave by 10% of the damage dealt per turn for the party, and during a knockback, gains a 20% HP damage up / HP damage cap up. Now her updated FR conditions are as follows: a 30% increase whenever a teammate uses a wind ability, a 40% increase whenever Fujin or the teammate initiates a knockback, and a 20% increase after the turn when an enemy is knocked back. Now her BT effect lasts for 8 turns and grants the following: to herself, a 50% HP damage cap up. To the party, they can now launch on their turn. The party total knockback HP damage bonus up, starting with 0 participants at 10%, 15% for 1 participant, 2 participants will be 20%, and then finally everybody on the team will add a 25% increase to that. The party also gains a 50% Brave gains up, 50% HP damage up, 20% Brave damage cap up, 30% HP damage cap up, and a 50% party gained max Brave overflow up. Now for Zidane's rework, his skill 1, Stellar Circle 5 Plus, now deals 8 HP attacks. His skill 2, Free Energy Plus, recovers Brave, then deals an HP attack followed by 6 more HP attacks that recovers 50% Brave in between HP attacks. His EX now deals 12 HP attacks with 70% splash 2 times. His Mug now deals splash HP damage by 100% of own current Brave 5 times. His LD now deals an AoE split HP attack 7 times. His HP attack plus solution 9 now deals 8 HP attacks that allows for 150% stolen max Brave overflow and recovers 20% Brave in between HP attacks. Now his BT effect adds the following: to himself, a 50% HP damage cap up. To the party, a 50% Brave damage cap up, 50% HP damage up whenever the enemy is debuffed, and a 30% HP damage cap up. Now with Shalata as his partner, Zidane's FR grants the Thievery buff for 5 turns, cancels enemies' break status, then deals an AoE split HP attack 4 times. That inflicts the Thief's Mark and Defense Down debuff to all targets for 5 turns, a Speed Down debuff to all targets for 6 turns, grants the Defense Up buff for 5 turns and Speed Up buff for 6 turns. Now while active, and the enemy has 1 debuff, the party gains a 20% HP damage up / HP damage cap up. Now his FR conditions are as follows: a 40% increase whenever a teammate attacks a debuffed enemy, and a 40% increase whenever a teammate breaks or attacks a broken target. So let's talk about whether or not you should pull for Zidane. Now Zidane is another great DPS who got the love that he needed for quite some time now. Obviously he needed a big increase in the amount of HP attacks on his skills, and he definitely got it. In my opinion, like, he is definitely a really good optional DPS character for his damage output and everything else that he does, because he is able to re-break, he is able to delete turns, he is able to launch, and he is able to heal so long as there was a debuff, so long as Zidane inflicts a debuff onto the target, then he will be healing so long as his BT effect is active. So he definitely, alongside with his damage increase, he definitely has a very good amount of utility within his kit, making him a pretty good optional character for I guess like your damage needs, for any of the utility that he offers, so on and so forth. Now his FR conditions, they are easy to meet. Zidane is able to inflict a debuff, so you will be able to meet the first condition, and then so long as the enemy is broken or can easily get broken, then you will be able to meet the other condition. The only time that really you will not use his FR would be if you cannot do either of the two. Then there would be no point unless you just want to spam use him for FR Echo. Pairing him up with strong supports for Brave gains, because of the increase in the amount of HP attacks that he has, he definitely wants to be paired up with some strong support. Some of the recent supports will do just fine with Zidane, and or if you want to increase his damage output by taking advantage of Vice's BT effect, or if you want to squeeze out some more damage by rounding up his damage with Anna Crow, then you can use her or him to be able to increase his overall damage output. So in my opinion though, Zidane is more so like the character where it's just like, if he is a favorite of yours, if he has been a character that you have used for quite some time, and you already have him greened and whatnot, because you definitely want to have him green, because you'll be able to take advantage of everything that his BT effect offers, especially with the fact that he now gains a 50% HP cap increase. You definitely want to make sure that he is fully built if you are considering chasing for his FR. But I would say that Zidane is an optional DPS who definitely got some very good love with the rework that he is about to receive. So he's definitely not a must pull, but for anybody who is a favorite of him or already has him built, if you want to grab the FR, it would actually not be a bad idea whatsoever, because you're getting the free rework even if you decide that you're not going to be pulling for the FR. So Zidane, pretty good optional DPS character with a good amount of utility within his kit. Now for Fujin, she was previously a pretty bad character, but now she has turned from a meme to the best launch supporter in the game. She is, and I'm gonna go ahead and say it right now, she is definitely a must pull if you are trying to increase your overall damage overall. Like, I know we have had two specific characters recently, Vice and Anna Crow, who have capabilities of being able to increase your damage output, but when it comes to Fujin though, I do feel like Fujin takes it to another level. So let's get into it. So first off, we're gonna talk about her FR. Her FR finally got fixed. Previously, it was straight up trash. Like, Fujin's FR was terrible. Basically, she was the only one to actually increase it. And the thing is though, the percentages were still pretty bad. But now with the FR rework, and including the FR Echo that she is about to get, the fact that now everybody is able to be like has the ability to be able to increase the HP damage bonus while her force time is active is fantastic. And on average, especially if, like, let's say you consider having 3 FR 50 characters on the team with including Fujin, right? Then yeah, the HP damage bonus can easily be over 100%, just depending on like how many characters you got launching, so on and so forth. So Fujin's FR, easily, definitely worth chasing for, just because the conditions, they are very easy to meet. First one being Wind Enchant. She is able to Wind Enchant the party, that's not an issue. The second and third one, which is either for Fujin or your teammates to launch, with her BT effect active, that is not going to be an issue unless you got like launch comps in which said character is able to launch by themselves. Then I mean, you're good to go on that part. And then the other one is after party action. Whenever an enemy is knocked back, I mean, as so long as they get knocked back, you're good to go. So Fujin's FR and even the FR effects, while it's active too, is a really big bonus to that. So her FR is great to use, can easily be used as a main force time. Now, the BT effect, I do want to get into a little bit more because I only put some of the information on the BT slide for her because I wanted to explain it a little bit more instead of like having to type it out and so on and so forth. So her BT effect, it gives her a 50% HP cap increase to herself. It makes it so that everybody on the party is able to launch, which if you are using her FR, you're good to go, right? Now, the thing that I did want to talk about is the total knockback HP damage bonus up. So initially, before Fujin's BT effect is active, you technically already have a percentage base whenever you are in a chase sequence, right? So for 0 participants, it's a 10% increase. For 1 participant, it is a 15% increase. And that 15% and the 10% and the other 2 percentages I'm going to mention is going to be like the additional damage that you're going to be squeezing out because of the fact that you are launching the enemy. Whenever 2 characters participate, 20% increase, and whenever everybody on the team participates, it's a 25% increase. Basically, Fujin's BT effect doubles those percentages, meaning that the launch damage that you are going to be doing overall, and whenever the enemy hits the wall, the total damage output out of that is going to be so much higher than just a normal chase sequence, making Fujin's BT effect very, very good and being able to squeeze out even more damage. And it's just not like a little squeeze or anything like that. Like the damage differences is actually pretty major. So if you are wanting to have consistent launches, you want to be able to gain even more launch damage output, Fujin's BT effect is a must pull if you are trying to achieve all of that, and of course adding on to the party ores that you are going to be getting with everything that I just talked about. So Fujin's BT is excellent, and it is definitely a must pull. Now her own personal damage ain't too shabby in my opinion. Like for her being a launch supporter now, like her personal damage output is actually not bad whatsoever. So I'm gonna repeat myself once again. Fujin's BT is definitely worth pulling for. In my opinion, I do feel like it is a must pull because of the fact that she is basically making everything so much easier in terms of launching. She makes like you can easily pair her up with so many team comps. It doesn't even have to be specifically launch comps, but just like in general, like if you, let's say, I don't know, you wanted to put Astos next to Fujin, and then you would have your support character right next to these two characters. Best believe, if you thought Astos' damage was insane now, just pair him up with Fujin, and then come back to this video and tell me how you feel about how Fujin's BT effect just literally increases everybody's damage output overall. So in my opinion, Fujin's BT is definitely worth pulling for. It is a must pull in my opinion. Definitely chase for that FR if you do not have it, because of the fact that if you're going to be chasing the BT, you might as well grab that FR, because that FR is fixed and both the FR and the BT do complement each other. So it is definitely recommended that you chase for both weapons if you do not have both of them. Other than that though, guys, that's pretty much going to be it for the video. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. And as always, if you guys do enjoy the video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for future content. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one.